right. Thank you so much for joining me today, Shamar Purdie. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us for another I Do Affirm Affirmation Conversation. We're going to talk to a Jersey boy today. Hey, Shamar.
Hey girl, how are you?
Good. You know what? It's funny that you said Jersey because I totally, for some reason, got like New York out of you. But, I would say it's one of the shame, but I don't want to get shot.
I got a lot of family in New York and New Jersey, so we all kind of cousins. We all go together, so it's
Okay.
all
So how
good.
was it actually growing up in Jersey?
So I spent a little bit of time in Jersey, and then I actually moved to Virginia Beach, which is probably where I spent the majority of my high school years. So Virginia Beach was great. Definitely change up from Jersey, if I'm being honest. I had my own room, had a nice little house, suburb for the most part, which is definitely different than where my family's from in Jersey. So I enjoyed it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, actually, my 17-year-old now is bugging me about going to Virginia Beach now. She's like, when I turn 18, which is in a couple months, she's like, I'm going to be driving to Virginia Beach by myself because, it's the summertime now. And so she keeps bugging me about when we going. And I'm like, girl, it's a 4-hour
It's
drive.
beautiful out there.
I love it. So I've been to Virginia Beach and like the Williamsburg area a lot and, the Busch Gardens and stuff. So I get those tickets, every year. So we just ain't gone yet. We were supposed to go a couple weeks ago and then we're supposed to go tomorrow, but I think I'm going to postpone it because the way this heat is set up, sister is not ready.
Well, look, the later you wait, the hotter it gets. So
that is true. That is true. So you're here now living in the DMV area, which obviously is not new for you. So how is it living here? And what brought you here right now?
So as you know, I'm in the military, been in the Army for 18 years. Love every minute of it. Currently the branch manager for CMF 27 Delta, paralegal specialist. So that's what brought me here, working in the Pentagon with you. I love it. Always something to do here, always something going on outside, especially with the weather heating up. So me and my family love it. And then it's driving distance to New York. So, that's a plus.
It is, yeah, just a couple short hours. But yeah, it is really nice here. It is a nice area. Working in the Pentagon is an experience that is nice. It's gonna be nice to talk about when we all old. But honey, yes. I can definitely be without the commute for sure. But yeah, congratulations on the 18 years. That's what we call sanctuary. So it feels really good once you hit that. It's gonna feel even better in September when I submit my retirement paperwork at 19. So.
Okay.
And that's even better next September when I chunk the deuces. So
love to hear it.
Yes, and I'm gonna love to feel it. So you are a person who loves to motivate, encourage, and inspire others. And that is perfect for to be a guest here because for I Do Affirm, the mission of my company is to literally do the exact same. And I know that we've basically been reciprocating that with one another since I launched my business back in August of 2021. So thank you for being here. Thank you for agreeing to be part of the interview. Thank you for being one of my most dedicated Affirmites. You're always there. You've always been since the beginning. And I know you're a person who loves to embrace challenges and learn from those challenges. And I know that those have made you a powerful individual, which is the affirmation that we're here to talk about today. So what's the challenge in your life that you've experienced that has empowered you?
Well, I'll speak a little bit about one of my military experiences. I'm a paratrooper, which means I jump out of airplanes. Very challenging. When I first thought about going through the process of going to school and training for it, there's people around me who doubted me for the most part, but I always believed in myself. I believe in the power of the mind. That's why I kind of wanted to talk to you today. But I trained for it physically, but more so mentally. Every day I got a little bit better and it grew a little bit more confident in my ability. So then when I actually got to the school, I just did what they told me to do and overcome the fear in doing so. So from that experience alone, it taught me a lot about what you can do when you actually believe in yourself. There's no limit other than the one you set for yourself. So it's just an example of what I kind of encourage people to think about when they go through their everyday lives. The power of the mind is something that can't be overstated. I believe in it. And as long as you continue to put in the work and whatever it is you're trying to do, the sky's the limit, as long as you believe that. So that's what I try to preach to people on a daily basis.
No, I really love that, actually. I believe in the power of the mind and also the power of the mouth, right? So it's like subconsciously, sometimes you are going to think negative because it's just natural. But it's like if you try to defeat that negative self-talk, those negative thoughts, but absolutely don't let them come out of your mouth, because once you let them come out of your mouth, then you're kind of like inviting them into your life. You're kind of speaking them into existence. So
Yes.
watch your mindset, try to flip that negativity into positivity, but never ever communicate those words, because they can really shape, the environment around you, and those things will happen. If you would have told yourself in your mind that you couldn't do it, and then you're telling, your cadre and your teammates there at airborne school that you couldn't do it, when you up there in the air and they telling your tail to jump out, you probably wouldn't have done it, because you've already defeated yourself mentally and then verbally, and they ain't got time for your tail going back to where you came from, because that's very dangerous. So, but I'm glad that you pushed through, you embraced the challenge, and you defeated it, and you learned from it, and it definitely helped you with the future challenges that you faced and will continue to face. So thank you so much for believing in yourself, and also sharing that with us, because the people who are listening here, I know that they're gonna latch on to those words that you said. There's power in the mind, and there's power in the mouth. So if you had a special power, what would you wish to have?
Honestly, I would wish to allow people to really embrace who they are, whatever that looks like for them. I believe in, like I said, the power of the mind and the power of the spirit. So we all go through things in life. We all embrace challenges, and we all go through adversity. But truly believing in yourself and understanding that there's a lesson in what you're trying to go through. And on the other side of that, there's a blessing in it. So if I had one power, I would get people to understand that whatever you're going through, just understand it's for a reason, and just continue to push through it.
You're killing me with these. There's a blessing in the lesson. Okay, I'm about to write down. I'm about to take a whole lot of notes, because you're teaching me and you're giving me goosebumps. I don't know if y'all can see them, but between the blonde hairs, but
I see them a little bit.
I'm getting goosebumps here. There's a blessing in the lesson, and that's so true, right? Like, and I've grown a lot. Obviously we all probably, when I was growing up in St. Louis, I grew up around people who used to do what we call joning, you know what I'm saying? It was like harmless. You don't really do that to really hurt people's feelings. You do it to be like comical, you be funny, and it's like, as I've grown older in age, and I'm just like, it's something that's just so attractive to me, to see someone who's just confident in the skin that they're in, who has actually been able to find their authenticity, who knows who they are, who is themselves, doesn't really care if the people around them, approve of that or not. And it's just so beautiful. So I'm with you. Like, that would be an amazing power, to just blanket everyone's thoughts and opinions, and just allow people to just be who they are, and just love that. Let them be happy. Let them live. Let them do them. You do you. I think that is so awesome. It's just phenomenal to see someone. Like yesterday, I was what was yesterday? Thursday. So Wednesday, I was flying back on the plane from St. Louis here to the DC area. And there was a girl on there, bright green hair. And, most people would be turned off about that. They would form, preconceived notions or stereotypes or whatever. And I'm just like, that girl is so bold, like, I loved her green hair.
Exactly.
And once, talking to the person who was sitting beside her, and she said, they were talking, the girl sitting beside her was very, Southern. And then she gave the girl a roll tide, and I was like, okay, we had something in common. She ain't know, but hell, I was like, roll tide too in my head. I want to be all up in their business. Yeah. I'm like, girl, look, I had something in common with the girl with the bright green hair. I would have never known it, And then the lady who was sitting next to me, she was likely in her 70s or whatever, and she's reading a book, and she's reading it in French. And I just, I knew she spoke English because she was speaking to me before, but I'm like, oh, you're reading a book in French, And she told me that she had married, an African man. And I'm like, wow, I would have never thought, because it's just like, let people be them. Just embrace the beauty of a good person. Like, I'm not just about to let you be racist, like, I'm not about to just let you be that. Yeah, sure. But, it's just, I love that. And I love that you said that. That is a great power to have. I would want.
The lady with the green hair, she had confidence. That's how I would see her.
Exactly.
Not caring so much about what other people think, but thinking about being comfortable in her own skin. I love that. I love it.
Exactly. And not having to hide who she is. Just imagine all the people who are out there, faking and facading because they're afraid to be rejected. It's like, and then they're not really happy because they're being what others want them to be and not really
Yes,
themselves. Like,
yes.
and that's sad to me. It's
Think
really
about how much time and energy that takes to do that. That's
exactly. I mean, I was like, you go, girl. Like, I love it. I was like, you like it, I love
yeah,
it. And I do. I'm like, I loved it. And it was real. I've seen some green hairstyles, don't get me wrong. I'm from St. Louis. We done had some green hairstyles growing up, but I ain't never seen that one. It was really, really nice. But I really liked it. So what advice would you give someone who was feeling powerless?
lean on the people that you love, admire, and trust. In life, we all go through things seen and unseen, and you'd be surprised how impactful you can have on somebody when you lean on somebody who is like-minded, or there's somebody that can kind of help you go through the challenges in life. We can't go through this alone. If you try to go through life alone, it will eat you up. I've had some personal experience with that, just trying to be an outsider, but leaning on people, it's such a stress reliever. Just understanding that there's other people out there probably going through some of the same trauma and struggles that you've gone through, and they can help you get through it. So it's really important to lean on others, and that's how you grow, in
Exactly.
my opinion.
And in leaning on others, sometimes you have to realize the type of people that you can and cannot lean on, because sometimes your family members aren't the people that you need to lean on. Those people that you're going to who are telling
Yes,
people the business that you're telling them in confidence, those aren't the people that me and Shamar are telling you that you need to lean on. Those friends who are out there trying to give you answers when you were just asking someone to listen, to be an active listener and not trying to come up with solutions for you, those aren't the type of people. Sometimes you'd be very surprised. It's like you can meet a stranger on an airplane, for example, and you can just have a conversation with them and realize the commonalities that you have, and you can depart that plane, and so much weight can be lifted off of you just from an hour and a half, flight. Like it's really phenomenal. Your steps, in my opinion, your steps are ordered, and I don't like to bring religion into my business because I respect that there are a lot of religions out there, but I do believe that our lives are ordered, and I do believe that there is really not any coincidences. I believe that everything is already put in place for us.
absolutely.
And so if you're feeling comfortable with the person beside you and you feel like you can open it up to them, even if they're a stranger, there's probably a reason for that. And just let it all out. If you see me, if you see Shamar, trust me, we're the type of people, the type of strangers you can just open up to. And I'm telling you, when you walk away from both of us, you're going to feel a whole lot better. Like, I just know it.
Absolutely.
I just know it. So look at these faces. Look at that face. If you see us in the street, shouty, you don't know us, but you can talk to us.
Yeah, come say hi. I don't bite.
We're those type of people. Now, don't be asking us for no money now. That's just too much. We in the army.
Facts.
Oh my goodness. So we see that you're wearing a First Phorm shirt. So you're a fitness advisor with First Phorm. And I will say that I saw some of your old pictures on your Facebook before, and you was bony. Okay. And your shoulders is a little closer to your neck now, your ears. So let's talk about First Phorm.
Okay. Yeah, I've grown a little bit. First Phorm has been amazing for me. It's not just a fitness company or apparel company or a supplement company. It's really a bunch of individuals that are part of a movement trying to help people change their lives through information on fitness, through motivation, holding people accountable, through nutrition. We even have our own app where we kind of advise and kind of help people go through some of their fitness journey through workouts through there. So it's been great for me. I've been using their supplements for a while now. I've been a fitness advisor with them for a while now. And it's all about, like I said, just helping people establish a healthy lifestyle and change their lives. You don't have to lift out the gym or anything like that, but it's really about just being healthy and enjoying life along the way. And then just enjoying the process while you're doing it. So I'm honored to be a part of them. I'm honored to be affiliated with them and kind of represent them in the best way possible. I use their stuff. I encourage people to do so. And yeah, that's what it is.
So if anyone wanted to get in contact with you to better their physical health, how would they be able to do that?
Sure. So you can go to firstphorm.com, or you can click the link on my bio on Facebook or IG, or just send me a DM. I'll answer any questions you all might have about supplements, fitness things, or otherwise. So I'm here. I'm always available to people who wanna learn.
Exactly. And come on, people, we're talking about powerful, right? Sometimes we are powerful in our mind, but we are not happy with the way that we look and feel on the outside, right? So once you can fix the things about yourself that you're not really that, you know, happy about, then you'll be surprised just how holistically it changes you. So if you need some help in that way, hit up Shamar and he'll make sure.
I got you.
Right away.
I got you.
And trust me, I know, because I always been, sort of like, a bad bitch. Okay. But I gained a lot of weight during that pandemic. And I finally, today, when I stepped on the scales, I was right back in 160s. And I got 4 more pounds until I win $1,000 of my husband's money. So I've lost about almost 30 pounds since, let's see, I hate to date my videos, but in about 2.5 months. And it's literally just mostly just diet. And when I say diet, I don't mean like starvation. I don't mean doing like keto or vegan or anything like that. I mean, getting my 1,800 calories per day, doing my 3 meals, doing, healthy fats, doing greens, vegetables, getting rid of all the processed foods, the snacks, the sugary drinks. And now, like, consciously really thinking about what I put into my mouth, knowing that it's going to affect my body, which when it affected my body, it really affected me mentally a lot, which also affected me emotionally. Yeah. So I'm telling y'all, I'm feeling so much better now. And it is.
You'd be surprised what you can do when you're consistent and have a place.
I'm telling you, I barely, like, I'm down here in my workout room / office, and I barely even work out. I'm not even lying. It just literally been just eating well. I'm not kidding.
Love to hear it.
I'm telling you, honey, summertime ain't ready for me.
We outside.
I know, I'm gonna be outside. Catch me outside. How about that?
That's right. That's right.
So if you had a quote or a tagline, what would it be?
A quote or a tagline. Your mind is your most powerful muscle. It must be worked every single day. I can't stress that enough. People talk about health and physical fitness and muscles and all that is great. I'm not saying it's not, but no matter what you're doing, you got to be strong here because that carries with everything else. So it must be worked each and every day. That's why it's important to live life. That's why adversity and challenges are so important because they teach you something. So don't forget when you're going through things, it's designed to teach you something. And then just embrace life along the way. Yeah, that would be the tagline.
That's right. And he also wants y'all to fuel your mind. So that's with positive thoughts, the right people, like he said, having fun, read, right? I know a lot of us don't like to read, but you can read a couple pages of something. You can read an article. You can read anything that's not garbage or false, right? Because, things that are shared on Facebook, check your facts, honey, because it's probably not true. Reading is fundamental. Keyword fun.
Words of affirmation. Right. That's why I love what you're doing. I wear one of your bands every single day just because you need that daily reminder. Sometimes you might fall up, but it takes nothing to look at a shirt or look at your wrist and say, okay, that's my reminder. And just like that, you're back in it. So I love it. I love what you're doing.
Yeah, I saw your wrist. I'm like, dang, you making me look bad. I just got my little tattoo on.
Well, my wrist's small, so I got to wear a couple of them.
Or they be dangling all the way down here. I love it. I love it. Well, do you want to mention anything else before we wrap up? I really appreciate you being here, motivating me,
I love, again, like I said, I love what you're doing. I love the whole words of affirmation movement. I've been on that personally for a while, and it's nice to see somebody actually carrying that message forward. So, I love you to death. I'll keep supporting you, keep doing your thing, and appreciate you having me.
Oh, likewise, Shamar. Thank you so much. And trust me, when I blow up, you're going to be right there. I'll be like, this was my boy from day one. So thank you so much and enjoy your long weekend. And I'll
All
talk
right.
to you.
All right, you
Bye.
too. Appreciate you.
You too. Thank you so much for tuning in to another affirmation conversation. I hope you enjoyed watching Shamar's interview just as much as I enjoyed watching it again. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope that we were able to give you something to start you off right. Remember that you have the ability to embrace life's changes, but it all starts with a powerful mindset. Remember, your mind is a muscle, and we need you to feed it with powerful thoughts and good energy. Protect your space. Surround yourself with positive influences and people who will keep you encouraged. And be encouraging to others. You are powerful, and the power is within you. Find your role, find your power, and more importantly, use it for the greater good. Take care.